Okay, this is a 1999 Chevy Blazer 4.3 four-door, two-wheel drive automatic. Okay, I had a problem with this vehicle. This is my wife's vehicle, and she told me the other day that she would press on the brake, and whether she wanted to or not, the windshield would get washed. Okay, and I thought that a little suspicious, so I told her, okay, take my Jeep, drive it, and let me look at this thing, see what's going on. And in the course of investigating what was going on with this thing, it really started doing a lot of weird stuff. It started trying to start itself, just all kinds of stuff. And eventually I found out that the wire harness had rubbed through under the ABS module on this thing. Of course, the ABS module had to be taken out of the way. I had to dig into the wire harness, replace the wires that had burnt through. There were 4 wires in there that I had to burn through, that I had to replace. Now, during the course of all this, it triggered the VATS Pass Lock 2 security system on this vehicle. And so I tried to relearn the system, and it wouldn't work. So basically what I've done is I'm going to show you how to bypass the VATS security pass lock for 1999 Chevy Blazer 4.3 two-wheel drive. Okay, and this is only for 1999 Chevy Blazer, guys. I don't know if this is going to work on your vehicle or not, but for a 1999 Chevy Blazer, this is the fix. Should you go out there and try to start your car, you start your car and it shuts off immediately. It runs for like 5 seconds and then shuts off. Okay, you try to start it, it won't start. You try to start it, it won't start. This is the VATS Pass Lock 2 bypass. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to disconnect the battery. Okay, now what you're going to see is this is on the key side of the steering column. You can see this is where your key goes right here. Right now, underneath here you've got 4 wires here. I believe that's right. You got 5 wires here. Let me zoom in here so you can see. This thing will focus. It's not the best camera in the world, I don't think. Okay, you've got a green wire, and it looks black, but you've got a brown wire. I guess you can see that's brown. You've got a green, brown, red with the white tracer, and orange with the white tracer, and then you have what looks to be a tan wire. Okay, I've already cut that tan wire. Actually, it's a yellow wire, guys. It's supposed to be yellow. If you trace this far enough back, it gets away from being tan and turns yellow. I guess the heat causes that or something. It's still a very low voltage goes to this thing, but as you can see, it's been discolored. It's supposed to be yellow. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to splice the yellow wire into the orange and black wire, as you can see I've done right here. Okay, and what that's going to do is it's going to cause you to have to relearn the security pass lock system on this car. Basically, we're bypassing the pass lock, and we're telling the computer to relearn itself using the voltage that's going into the BCM now. I'm not going to get into this. It can be confusing for a lot of people. What we're doing is we're splicing the yellow wire into the orange and black traced wire. Okay, I'm going to solder this connection. I haven't done that yet. Okay, now when you do that, there's a procedure to go through for forcing the computer to relearn itself, okay, to the voltage that now is going to it. Now, when you do this, the way that it's really recommended that you do is you use a resistor. You put a resistor in here. You measure the amount of ohms, and then use a resistor in between the orange wire and the yellow wire when you make your connection right here, okay? Because if you don't do that, whenever you start your vehicle and you relearn the computer, the security light is going to stay on. The word security is going to stay on your dashboard, okay? When you do the forced relearn. I'm going to show you how to fix that too. Show you how I fixed it without having to put a damn diode and measure the. Not everybody's got an ohm meter, so not everybody's going to be able to use that fix. So I've already cut the wire. You can see it up here, and I've spliced it into the orange wire with the black tracer. Now you can actually unplug this from on top of your steering column, right? See where it's plugged into the top of the steering column. You just push this and pull it right out, and then you can work with it a lot better than having to work with it underneath here. But however you guys want to do it, doesn't matter. You can see, if this thing back focused here. You can see I've already made the connection. I've actually done all of procedure and started the vehicle. It works fine. But I wanted to show you, or I wanted to tell you how to do this. I wanted to explain to you how to do this. After you've made this simple little connection right here, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to turn the key to the on position, okay? And when you do that, look on the dash and you'll see the word security. The security light is going to start flashing, okay? Now, it's supposed to flash between 5 and 11 minutes. So you sit there and you watch that light flash on and off, on and off, on and off for 11 minutes, okay? Now, on some vehicles that may not flash, as long as the light is coming on, then you're good, okay? Even if it's not flashing, it probably is going to flash, but if it doesn't, that's okay too. If the light comes on and stays on the dash, then you're good, okay? And then you leave the key in the on position until that light goes out, or until it quits flashing. And if it quits flashing, the chances are it'll quit flashing and then it'll go out, okay? So when that happens, you turn the key to the off position, okay? You hold it in the off position. You can actually take the key out if you want to. You just turn it off, take the key out for 30 seconds, okay? And then you put the key back in and you turn it back onto the on position, and it will start flashing again, or it will stay on. It'll start flashing again for 5 to 11 minutes, okay? After that 11 minutes is over, the light should have gone out again, okay, or stopped flashing. When it does that, turn the key back off for 30 seconds. Turn the key off for 30 seconds. Okay, now you've done it twice. Now you put the key back in the ignition, you turn it back on for another 5 to 11 minutes. That's 3 times, 5 to 11 minutes. The light will stop flashing, and then when it stops flashing for the 3rd time, then you turn the key off for 30 seconds, okay? So you've turned the key off for 30 seconds after the 3rd time, okay? Now, after the 30 seconds is over, you turn the key to the on position, but this time only for 30 seconds, okay? You turn the ignition key on for 30 seconds. After that 30 seconds, you turn the ignition key back off for another 30 seconds, okay? After you've done that, then try to start the vehicle. If you've done everything properly, the vehicle should start, and you've bypassed the VATS Pass Lock 2 system. Okay. Now that I've explained that, and I hope everybody has got that down. It's really simple. Like I said, if you don't use that diode in this thing or resistor in this thing, then your security light is going to stay on. So what I've done, you can see right here, I just took the instrument cluster out, and I took a piece of black tape and I put it over the word security, okay? Now that light will never come back on again unless you remove that piece of tape. You remove that piece of tape, and then your light's going to be flashing in your face at night. It's going to make you really annoyed. This thing is really easy to take apart, guys. It's simple. There's just these tabs right here that hold this glass piece, the glass piece of the instrument cluster in place. You just lift these tabs right here. Just lift these tabs up, and this plastic piece comes off. And then you can just put your piece of tape right over. You'll see the word. You can read the word security on there. Put a piece of tape over it. Put the instrument cluster back, and you are good to go, man. And it couldn't be more simple than that. If you need to listen to this video, listen to it as many times as you like, and that's all there is to it. And you put the instrument cluster back in there, and you're good to go. This one is good to go. I'm fixing to reassemble it. The only caution I would suggest you take is taking the bezel off. I broke the bezel because this thing is so old. The bezel just kind of crumbled away. And so I'm going to be having to replace the bezel on this thing. I can get one on eBay for about, I don't know, 80 bucks or something like that. But that's a hell of a lot cheaper than taking this thing to the dealership, having to tow it over there, and then have them go through the VATS system and tell you, oh, well, you need a body control module, or you need this and you need that, when really all you needed to do was this simple little connection. Make this simple connection right here, yellow wire to the orange and black wire, and then do the relearn procedure for the computer, okay, for the body control module. So so that it can tell the ECM to go ahead and start the car, because that's how the VAT system works. So that's really all there is to it, guys. If you have any questions, I guess leave a comment. I'm going to get to putting this thing back together so I can have my Jeep back. Oh, and there was some comments on my Jeep where I had said I was going to do the lifter replacement. Some guy left a comment on there that said, "You didn't show how to replace the lifters. You're a dummy," and blah, blah, blah. And you know what? I thought I explained pretty well how to take a lifter out and put it back in. So, you know, if you can't figure out how to take a lifter out of a vehicle after you've pulled the head off of it, you probably should leave it alone anyway. So that's all I got, guys. You know, my Jeep runs fine. I know I didn't do a final video on the stupid thing, but you know what? I was tired of working on it. You know, my back was bothering me, and so I just didn't make a video. And I'm not going to make any apologies. So I hope this helps somebody that is like me, a poor man that has to fix everything he owns. And if no one ever uses this video, then no one ever uses it. So you guys take it easy. I hope this helped. Talk to you later. Bye.